Hello, welcome to Comfortable Shoes Studio and another episode of Art Making. I'm Leslie, and in this episode, I'm going to do something a little different from what I've been doing, but also kind of the same. I've been doing these panel-based, sort of comics inspired pages. I watched a Drewscape video, was really inspired, and I've done, um, as you can see, quite a number of these pages. We'll get to that beginning. So like that is pretty much all these sorts of pages. And one of the things I've been trying to do is do some spreads in advance without fleshing them out. So I'm doing these in sort of like 10-15 minutes, doing a couple of them at a time, and then kind of just letting it sit. But one of the things I was thinking about was why not use some of my jelly prints? I pulled a small stack of jelly prints that I made these years ago. I think I didn't do videos of these. So I wasn't making videos at the time. But yeah, so I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of these jelly prints that I've made over the years. And they're fun, they're patterned, they have some stuff going on. And some of them I did on label paper. So they're peel and stick stickers. This one's a sticker. That's a sticker. Some of them are on cardstock. Some of them are on regular paper. I pre-cut some pieces. So I'm gonna fit these in to make a little spread here, and so then we're gonna play with that. Probably not in this video, or maybe I will in this video. I'll stitch them together as I work. So this is a peel and stick, and we'll get this placed on the page. I think I want to go. Yeah, it's that. Go with that. Get that stuck down, and then peel the rest of that off. Yeah, this is a good use, I think, for these these sort of peel and stick. That okay. That one needs a glue stick. This is a sticker. And hopefully, but probably not, my noise cancellation is eliminating my neighbor's very loud car. But like I said, probably not. So these peel and stick pages work really good for this. All right, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'll grab a glue stick in a minute and get the rest of this stuck down. Just trying to do this fast and loose. Maybe we'll do a couple of them because I've got a bunch of paper pages that I've made with jelly prints. Alright, so this is super random, and I'm digging it. Alright. I'm using Oohoo glue stick because it's my fave. This one is predictably, since I haven't used it in a hot minute, a little dry. I'm gonna put that in like that. So I don't like putting my glue onto my collage piece on top of my page. And I don't like applying my glue stick directly to the page. It leaves, in my opinion, unsightly glue blobs. I think this keeps my stuff a little cleaner. And actually, I can see now that's a construction dudes. I've mentioned this a couple of times in my video. My street is under construction. They are ripping up the old gas line and putting in a new one. Oh, that was a sticker. Okay, so that's one page. I think I'm going to do another one. So I've got some more of these, and I want to get some of this orange in there. So what I've been kind of doing is sizing it a little smaller than the page by folding and then figuring out, there, that's good. Use a craft knife. And this is obviously not sharp enough. All right, so I think I'm going to put that there. And I'm just roughly determining where these pieces are going to be. Don't necessarily have to keep them there, that's for sure. That one's not straight. That's not a problem though. Okay, I'm actually gonna stick this one down right now because I can. I need to make, I think, more of these peel and stick collage pieces because that's really nice. So the cool thing about this collage stuff is that I can get a lot of different elements down pretty quickly. I'm going to do more of this orange because I always, oh no, I don't want it there. It's too much of the orange on this page. And all right, I'm going to get into this one. Let's do some of this page. So this one is cardstock. It's a lot thicker. And I need a new blade and this craft knife, that's for sure. That is super dull. It's not even cutting it. It's just tearing it. Ugh, that's awful. All right, let's I think I want to do the queen. So not measuring, just folding, getting it straight-ish. there, that there. I like that. All right. And then let's see. I think I want to do a tall panel to start right there. And I'm just going to peel and stick this whole thing right there. Let's get that situated. And I have a little bit of probably, you see there's a little bit of damage on that corner where it's discolored. It's probably coffee, knowing me. So I'm just gonna yank that off. Just give it a tear. And then actually that's pretty close. We're gonna, so I do like to have similar colors on both sides of the page. I like a little bit of symmetry, but the question is, do I want that there? Actually, I think I'm going to put that there, and then we'll do this fold at the bottom of that star. And same thing, going to get in there with this and apparently tear it because I don't know where I put my fresh blades. I'll go look for them. All right, I'm going to put the, I think I'm going to snip this edge, but how much? I can the edge of that. There we go. All right, so set this stuff aside a little bit. Got a lot of stuff going on here. And then I've got some more collage material I'll tell you about in a minute. But first, I want to get these glued down. All right. Let's start with this one. All right, that's cool. This Oohoo glue stick is very gooey and a little too sticky. All right. There we go. Okay. So this is my glue up catalog. We get these catalogs in the mail all the time. Technically on the no spam or no junk mail registry, but I still get junk mail. I never signed up for these, but I still get them. So I will use them for this sort of thing. One key hint if you are doing a YouTube thing is to make sure you tear off that back cover so that your address isn't visible. All right. So as you can see, these two pages have gone together very quickly, and I don't know how well those sticker sheets are gonna stick. Um, might need to really burnish them down. They are very old, so not. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. All right. So now on this page, um, I've got this. So I was visiting my friend, and her daughter had a package of paint sticks and made me this little card. Very sweet kid. Um, so, you know, mom was like, you can throw it away, just not when she's looking. So I'm not throwing it away. I'm going to use it in my art journal. So I'm just going to tear this up into chunks. This does have some glue on it, so I'm going to make sure it's not sticking to things. But love these little chunks of texture, and I'm just going to go in here with my scissors and cut out some shapes. I think I'm going to do some circles out of the pink. And do some different sized circles with this texture. And I'm not making them perfect. You know me, never going to be perfect, because perfect is an illusion and it's not going to happen. I do want to use as much of this really cute texture as I can, but I'm not going to be able to get it all, that's for sure. All right. Kind of feel that's giving carrot vibes. Pineapple? A little SpongeBob action? No, I don't do SpongeBob. Yeah, that's a carrot. So I don't usually focus on like items like that. A lot of little scraps here. So I do think I will kind of spread these shapes out across the pages. lots of stuff here. All right, I think I need two. That is a pink mitten, or pink mitten hand. I don't know, this is kind of the fun part, I think, of doing this sort of thing, is like finding the random shapes within and then just kind of playing with them. What do you see? I think that's largely what I like about this method, is that just kind of see what's there. And I think pink is going to be more circlish shapes. And ovals, circles and ovals out of pink. And I think I'm going to make kind of a lumpy, deciduous tree shape. And something I haven't done is squares and rectangles. It's kind of a car shape. These might be kind of big for the pages that I have. It's definitely a cloud shape. Sorry, I keep getting off camera. I know I'm getting off camera, but I need to be able to see. Maybe I should probably go ahead and put on my readers. Still getting used to having glasses. Relatively, well, I've had glasses now for a year. I think another tree shape with this green. Or a bush? Is that a bush or is that a tree? That's a bush. That's a bush. Okay. Lots of good stuff coming out of here. And maybe a pink cloud? Yeah, let's do a pink cloud. I think this pink cloud is going to be too big for any of the pages that I've put together in this. I might, some of these shapes are definitely needing a larger page. So we'll play with that too. So the cool thing with this is like I'm reusing something that is meaningful, but likely would go into the trash if I weren't using it like this. I think we got a little flower thing going there, don't we? Maybe it's an orange tree? Is it a fall tree? Flower, tree. Let's get some straight stuff out of pink as well. Get some of these scraps out of the way. All right, now, yeah. The great thing about little kids is like they're so free with the art that they make and just give away. They're also not thinking about the sort of things that like we as adults think about, like the cost of our materials. I think as an adult, if I sat down and I made little blobs on a page, um, it now, after years of like working on it, I wouldn't have any guilt over it. But when I was first starting out, I don't think I could have made these little blobs myself. But now, as someone who's worked on my art making and valuing my art journal, I'm okay with using my materials. I mean, every now and then I do have some thoughts around, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, or that's really expensive. Look, that pink and green came together, and that's a tree. That's a tree shape. I think we're gonna have some tree shapes. All right. I think I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna take my tree shapes, and I'm gonna layer them. I'm gonna put them here. I think I want to turn these green pieces into a tree shape. I'm gonna take the pink stuff and move it out of the way. We got this green, that tree. I don't know. I don't think I want that green. Maybe a low purple little tree shape there like that. I feel like this and this are cars. tree shape. Got the fire in the background, which I don't know if any of you are in the Northeast, but my area is having wildfires, which is not something we've ever really had here before. All right, so I'm going to put a pink cloud over here in the sky. It's a little pink cloud. And then we're going to put some trees with this fire in the background. Kind of feel like the fire needs to be highlighted a little bit. But I'm going to leave it for now. Just going to leave it. I'll play around with tone a little later. Ooh, this is quite sticky. And it's not just because I'm leaving it out while I'm working. And certainly that's part of the problem. All right, so we're going to put that cloud in there. It's just not spreading particularly well. So I am going to clean this page up when I'm done with it with my usual method of the black paint marker. So I'll be doing some black paint marker around the edges to clean this up and make everything look good. Let's get this shape. Oop, that tore. And all right. Getting some overlap. Really do like the overlap. All right, this glue stick is a little better further down in the tube, but I can see it has dried a bit. All right, and I think, yeah, little forest action going there. There we go. That's sweet. All right, I dig that little scene. All right, with that, I have to head to work soon, but I'm going to put these in a little zipper bag and leave them here because I will be very tempted to work on this at work, which is perfectly acceptable for me because I am an art therapist and I'm doing this sort of stuff with the kids I work with. So don't think I'm shirking my work duties. I'm not in HR anymore. So it's totally acceptable for me to be making art during my workday. But I think this is really fun. There's not enough contrast there. So the background is pretty monotone in terms of color. So I've got to think about like how I'm going to increase the contrast in that. That's not sticking. I'm going to give this a little. I think what I'll probably end up doing is muting down these backgrounds with a little wash or glaze of acrylic medium. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some cheap acrylic craft paint from Dollar Tree, watered down a lot. That will give me the tonal value or some contrast because these paint sticks my friend's kid was using are definitely in the same chroma as mine. But what I'll be able to do with these is add some darker, brighter paint markers and bring those out to give them more contrast. But really liking this so far. I am going to go through off camera with my glue stick and get all of the sticker pages really glued down because I don't want them peeling up as I, am using this sketchbook. Yeah. So we'll work on this a little bit more on another day or tonight or at some point. At some point, we'll work on this some more. So you'll get to see the rest of the process. Um, oh, I skipped a page. Oops. Oh well. We'll get something in there. And I'm going to trim off that right now. All right. Cool, cool, cool. I'm very happy with that. Anyway, I'm going to make sure all of these peel and stick pages or panels are glued down. Make sure that I've got enough glue stick on my elements to keep them stuck down. Catch you later. Hello, welcome to Comfortable Shoes Studio. This is another episode of Art Making, and I'm Leslie. In this episode, so I've been working on these sort of blank paneled backgrounds for my art journal. So I'm making a bunch of them all at once, and in my last episode, I did a couple of panels that were collaged. And I'm really enjoying these. I haven't worked them into an actual art journal spread yet. So, but these are going to get turned into pages. And so I did two on camera, and that's these two. I don't know why those two pages keep sticking together. But I did this one off camera. Just trying to use some similar colors page to page, some of the same patterns. Just trying to get that in there. And then I used some collage fodder from my friend's kiddo to start building out an image. But I play games with the kids that I work with. If you are interested, this particular game, maybe I'll do a whole video about it, is you create a closed loop squiggle. So I drew this squiggle with a black pen, and then you pass it around a circle, and every person in the circle adds something a little different. So, each person might add, in this case, it was close to Thanksgiving when we did this. So we did eyes, a beak, a waddle, legs, wings, and then a chicken or turkey's comb. Also, they had to give it a turkey tail. So, and then we played a game where everyone gave a prompt, and we drew something. So this is a dude with chicken legs. A ghost. It was a hedgehog. Anyway, super fun game to play with kids, or I bet it would be great with adults. So what I want to do is on this page, I want to do two large spreads, because one of the things that I've noticed as I've been working is I've been wanting to work a little bigger with this. So I pulled a bunch of collage fodder, and I'm going to. So I made this like a year ago, a little further back than that. I'd gone on a walk and found a bunch of old textbooks and stuff near a school that is currently being renovated. So I think I'm just going to take the whole page and lay it down as like one large panel. So I think I'll use that. I'm doing something a little lighter in tone. let me do that. Some of this is from, so our house um, came to us with a box of old magazines. I don't know why it didn't get thrown away when when the house was being cleared out. For whatever reason, it wasn't, and we ended up getting that box. I'm gonna move my sketchbook out of the way here for a minute, and I'm going to. I've got too much crap on my table here. I really need to spend some time and clean it all out. All right, so I'm just gonna take this page. I'm gonna start with this one and a ruler. I don't need to have a ruler to do this, but it'll help. Yep, I just got crap everywhere. There's my good knife. All right, we're gonna make a big old panel. So I'm just gonna turn that edge square. What I'm interested in is this section, and then I'll measure it up. Actually, it would work better if I'm kind of a dour magazine page. Trim that. So not gonna be perfectly square. I'm okay with that. Okay. Now, I'll know how I am about measuring. I don't usually measure things. Unless I'm making a book, I try not to measure too much. I want to leave enough margin here. And I could just tear this. Yeah, the paper actually tears pretty well. Very old paper. And, you know, it hasn't been, this paper was not stored in a place that was conducive to it being archival or anything like that. It was, we took the whole box of magazines and we recycled most of them. I did keep some of them down in the basement, and then there's a handful of them in the garage, which our garage is pretty damp. All right, I think actually I'm going to trim that a little smaller with a knife. Just a little bit. I think that much is good. All right. See how that looks. All right, that's good. I got enough space, so I'm trying not to glue anything over the binding, because I find that makes it, for a cheap sketchbook like that, really hard to open and close the book. It just really bulks up. This book is bulky. All right, do the same thing with this page. I think I want this to be okay. I think I want this. Actually, no, that's too bad. It's too bad I can't. Oh, you know what? No rules here. I can't get that. All right. So let me get this the right width, or close to it as we can. Definitely need a new blade in this one as well. All of my knives need new blades. All right. So I'm just going to tear that with the help of the ruler. And then I'm just going to use that to measure. So I'm going to figure out how that's going to look. Actually, I think I like that. I just want both of these panels to be about the same size with as little bulky overlap as possible. And all right, now let's get this glued up. And actually, let's figure out which page we want where. So this one can go, I think, on either page, in my opinion. And I think this one, yeah, I like that one better on that side. Okay, good. And I'm going to grab my glue book. Let's get some of this stuff out of the way, because God knows I've got enough crap in the way. And let's get some glue on here. I'm going to use glue stick. This glue stick really needs, actually, I'm going to put a couple of drops of water down along the edge of this glue stick. And I'm going to let it sit, because this glue stick has been an issue. I'm afraid it's going to tear this really fragile paper. So I'm going to use this glue stick. This is a new fresh glue stick. It's an Avery brand. I'm going to see how that works. Alrighty. So that is a pro tip. If you have a glue stick that feels a little dry, adding a few drops of water to it and capping it will let the water rehydrate the glue stick and will make it smooth again, which is something I definitely prefer. And then I'm just going to lay that. Yeah, look at that. All right, cool. Turn the page in this, and I'm going to put this side on first. one of the reasons I'm using these pages is because they're a really nice light tone. Visually, they are not too dark. And there's that. So this will be a nice background to build on top of with more collage and drawing. I'm going to get that piece in the page, get a nice clean, non-gluey page. And I'm just gonna, there we go. Cool. All right, really liking that. Glad to use up some of my collage pieces that I've been stockpiling. I'm gonna call it stockpiling and not hoarding over the years. And burnish down that edge a little more. This is part of the problem, not that it's a real big issue, part of the problem with using acrylic paint on a page like this is that sometimes when you use glue stick, it doesn't glue down as well as other materials. So that's a really quick and easy background to use for a page in the art journal. I'm really liking having borders. I think I've mentioned that before, is that I'm enjoying like creating panels and then cleaning them up with my black marker to, what the heck is that? To create a clean looking page. So I want to go back into, let's do this page. So I want to create some sort of randomness here. So let's see. Let me use up some of this stuff because I do like when I work in my art journal to kind of pull colors throughout. So I think I'm gonna do some torn shapes. Let's do some clouds, I think. I have a cloud there. And then a nice sharp edge there, and I think, yeah. Slightly flatter. And pull that down there. It's too much repetition of the same. All right, put one there. Okay, I like that. Back to my glue book. Sometimes if you're working quickly enough, or with some space, I guess, is really, it's not quickly. If you're working with a little bit of time, you get your glue page dries. Okay, this is good. I like this. Hopefully, I've been pretty happy with how much my noise cancellation on this camera and the microphone have been working. I've said it a couple of times. My street is under construction, and they start pretty early in the morning. So I've had early mornings with a lot of construction noise, but the camera and mic combo I'm using has been really good at getting rid of a lot of the super loud sound of construction equipment. So that's been good. All right, do another torn cloud shape. And I'm gonna bring this here, and let's do a more stormy cloud. I think. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. One of the things I like about this is that I can kind of I can see some of the words through the pages, or through the paint rather. Arting is it's hard to talk while arting. All right, that's cool. All right, and I'm gonna get smaller cloud on this page. All right. I'm hoping I have. Here we go. That's a good similar color. And we got that too. All right. Yeah, let's do some of the white. The edges of this paper are actually super crispy. And very brown. We're gonna put that there. I think like this one there, like that. Yeah, some of this stuff is just tearing quite badly. Put that one like that. I think that needs to come down there. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is not cover the entire pre-existing collage here. They're really just, you know, chunks of collage material that I made from Gelli prints. And so again, running into that, the surface is slippery, and then the collage material itself is also a little slippery due to it being made of the material it's made of. These old magazine pages were pretty slick. They also, these actually were not, these are painted pages. I was thinking these are gel plates, gel prints. The, yeah, that's not, that doesn't want to, well, what it wants to do is stick to my fingers. It does not want to stick to the page. And that's just because the collage material itself is a little slick, and then on top of it, the acrylic is not as absorbent as raw paper. So you end up getting, you know, pages or pieces that don't want to stick to it. All right, I think we can put that right there, like that. And then let's tear another chunk of this off. Are you not working? All right. So I don't think all of these panels need a cloud. I think they're going to need some circles actually, to kind of make space for characters and stuff. So, but I am liking how this is building up a nice kind of moody background. My fingers are getting pretty sticky from the glue stick. I'm not being as careful with it as I usually am. Right. All right. That I'm enjoying that page. Really enjoying that page. Oh, gotta glue this down. I think this page needs a little bit more work, but I'm enjoying that panel so far. This page is good. All right, let's add some more layers to this. I think, again, I'm trying to pull stuff throughout so these pages are kind of cohesive. This is why I work generally in a series. Yeah, and that's obviously not gonna be part of the same series. But little shape. There's a nice little cloud. There's not enough variation between that and that. Oh, another cloud there. That's good. Got good variation. And I think I'm gonna leave it with like the blobs that are there for clouds. Okay. So let's see. That's good. I'm liking that page. This panel is really working good. Or well, rather. This page, the spread as a whole, needs a bit more work. Really liking this one. All right. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I'm going to come back in and I'm going to make some circle shapes. I'm not going to tear, I'm going to cut. These are going to be in a variety of sizes from this white I'll leave some of the shapes a little wonky on the edges to make room for hats and stuff. The thing to remember about any character shapes that are placed on these pages is they will get paint marker on them to kind of turn them into whatever shade I want that person to be, or a character. Might not be a person. That's a whole. Let's make some kind of U shapes as well. That one's so big. Um, I'm gonna go random with this again, I think, and put in the shapes a little randomly. Put one here. We'll start with 4 and see where it goes. Yeah, I need to. All right, so that's. It does seem to take a minute for stuff to get stuck to the acrylic. Maybe might need to try some different liquid glue and not glue stick. I haven't used this in a while. My collage tweezers. There we go. The answer was more glue stick. And, cleaning off my fingertips from the actual glue stick. Oh, I forgot that this is. Yeah, okay, more glue stick. Better gluing. Next page. I haven't put any shapes here. Actually, I think I'm going to skip gluing down shapes on this page because the panel size is a little. Actually, let's go with that one up there. We'll just have the one face shape. Yeah, more glue stick, better gluing. All right. I think we can do big shape there. Big shape there. And a small one there. Medium there, like that. What do you think? I like that. We're gonna go with it. This might be a case where a glue roller would work really well. More liquid glue. All right. And here, even though there's not a lot of variation in this tone, I am going to put this shape here for many reasons. But with this, we'll be adding more color to it with paint markers or something else. So, all right. Let's flip through. Okay, this I like. This is working really well. I think I need some smaller white shapes like this across this page. There's relatively small panels. This page I'm really happy with. So this page I think is ready to go. Yeah. So I think this page is close. Need some more. This panel's really dark. This panel, it's like they need to be lightened up a little bit. They're a little too dark tonally. Might do like a wash of, actually, I don't know if that will. I was thinking about doing a wash of my paint sticks, but I don't know if those will be too opaque or not opaque enough. So I'm going to grab these paint markers and a water brush, and I'm going to brush on some paint marker and get in there with the water brush, and that's going to tone, yeah. See how that lowers the tonal value a lot? All right. I'm going to do the same thing down here with some white. Again, water brush it. Just mutes down the whole thing. Like, we want some tonal variation in our page. I don't want to mute it too much, but it does need to not detract from the story happening on top of it. And I think sometimes when I get too... So this water brush is super cheap, and it is pulling the... it's adding too much water because the water just flows right through it. So I'm using a dry brush to pull some of that water off. All right. Where else do I need to? This definitely needs to get toned down. Not too much, but a little bit. I'm going to go back in with this damp brush and pull that across. I think that's doing a good job at muting some of those super intense colors. So, all right, I'm liking that. I'm going to hit that with the heat gun, dry it out a bit. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on this page because this one is very intense. And so one of the things I am liking about this particular technique is that it's muting things, but it's doing a nice little watery watercolor look, and then it does dry quite a bit lighter than, so the colors still show through is what I'm trying to say. So it's toning it down, but not too much. All right, I'm going to go in with this and move that around this page and pull some of it up here. I'm trying not to add too much water because that will lift up my collage pieces. Also, I don't want to obscure some of the stuff that's going on here. Some of it I will be adding more color to. Also, like selectively adding the brushy paint marker will bring out some of that. I'm just going to take the brush, spread some of that out. And I'm going to go back and clean that up with a little paper towel. because I want that shape. I don't know why I want that shape, but I like that shape. And that's cool. All right, I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. All right, then we're gonna tone down some of this as well. So I think this can get toned down a little bit. And this as well. This. So I'm not obscuring anything here. I am really just knocking the color back a little bit so that my eye isn't going to go directly to super intense colors. Like, you know, this blue is really dark. The red is pretty intense. That's interesting. So on this collage material, that really brushy dry brush really dried fast. Whereas over here, it's still wet. I'm going to go in with this, and sometimes using the same material will bring it up. We're gonna use a wet but not sopping brush to move that around. Yeah, that's better. So it's a little tonally similar to the clouds now. Kind of want that a little darker. I think what I want to do, let's add a little bit of this blue, and we'll do up here darker. So this blue is very opaque. What we're gonna do is like almost like a wash, and pull that right down. It's gonna be a lot more water than I really want on this page, but I think it's gonna work. Yeah, I like that. So it's keeping the color and texture that was already there, but it is bringing up the value quite a bit. All right, so it's time to go to work. I'm pretty happy with where this is landing for now. Off camera, I'm going to hit it with the heat gun and get it dry. But let's see, what we did this one today. We also worked on this one and this one, and then these two pages. These two pages I think are like value-wise or tonal-wise exactly where I want them. I'm liking this one a lot, like that knockback with a little bit of the white paint marker. This could use some knocking back. This page is really good now. This might need to be knocked back a little bit, but we'll see. And then I'm liking this one. All right, catch you next time.